My dear child, you are seeing this message, not by accident, but because I, Archangel Michael, have been trying for a very long time, to get your attention. This is not just another moment you can scroll past. I urge you to listen with your full heart, because ignoring this could become one of the deepest regrets you'll carry. My intention isn't to scare you, it's to awaken you. Your spirit has been quietly pleading for guidance, and I've been standing by you, whispering, guiding, leaving signs in your path. But you've overlooked them, you've pushed them aside, telling yourself maybe another time. But child, time is no longer a luxury you have. You're not just running out of days, you are down to moments. This message is heaven's final attempt to reach you, before a life-changing door shuts. What you may not realize is that the decision you're facing today is divinely linked to blessings that were designed for you long before your first breath. These blessings are orbiting your life, searching for an open window to enter, but they need you to stop ignoring the voice that speaks softly inside you. You felt a shift coming, a silent knowing that something big is near. And you're right, that change is now at your doorstep. If you miss this, you won't just feel sad, you'll ache from the realization of how near you truly were. This is me, Michael, reaching you with every ounce of urgency. I see your silent tears, I see you asking the sky, why do I feel so lost? You wear a brave face, you move forward each day, trying to be strong. But I also see the emptiness you feel when no one is watching. You've held on to so much pain, for far too long, pain that never belonged to you. You've accepted guilt for things that were never your burden. And now you're caught in a space where everything feels paused, muted, stuck. That's not coincidence, it's the result of avoiding the spiritual wake-up calls I've been sending. I'm not disappointed in you, I'm heartbroken. Because I love you, because I've pleaded for this one final moment, one more chance, for you to hear. And this message is that moment, it is your wake-up call, your final divine invitation. And if your heart is pounding while reading this, understand that's not by chance. That's your angels drawing near. If you're still with me, don't look away now. There is more you need to hear, urgently. Someone, yes someone, destined to cross your path, is being divinely led toward you right now. This person carries something that could shift the very trajectory of your life. A truth, a gift, a moment that aligns with everything you've prayed for. But they're being held back, because your own spiritual resistance keeps getting in the way. You ask for signs, and then you doubt them. You hope, but then allow fear to override it. You seek answers, but when they arrive, you walk in the other direction. Please don't do that again, they are closer than you think, and if you push this away now, you may miss them forever. I cannot make this choice for you. But I will beg, for the sake of your destiny, don't ignore it this time. You were never ordinary, you've always felt set apart. That's not your imagination, that's your soul remembering its divine assignment. That's why the world's chaos hits you harder, that's why your light unsettles people. You were born to break chains, to heal legacies, to bring hope, by simply being your most honest self. But how can that mission be fulfilled, if you keep hiding behind fear, silencing your spirit, and dismissing the whispers of heaven? I have already carved a pathway for you. But spiritual law asks for your permission. I can guard you, shield you, surround you, but I cannot carry you through, unless you say yes. Say yes now, don't postpone it. Heaven has already seen what happens if you don't. And that vision shattered me. I saw you wake up one day, staring at what could have been, and the ache was unbearable. I cried before the holy throne, asking for just one more moment like this. And heaven said yes, that's why you're here right now, reading these words. There was a heavenly meeting, yes, a divine council gathered, and your name was spoken. Your journey, your next step, your miracle, it was all discussed. And this was the conclusion: if you say yes now, everything shifts. The delay ends, the answers pour in. And yes, that person, the one your heart still whispers about, comes into alignment. But you must trust me, I've been assigned to guide you, to protect your path. Your future is waiting for you, to believe it into existence. I know what you've endured, I saw the betrayal, the abandonment, the moments where you felt invisible. I witnessed every single moment of heartbreak, every disappointment, you kept hidden from the world. And I've been aching to lift it all, but I need your invitation. That's how sacred your free will is. I fight battles you never see, but I cannot intervene where I'm not welcomed. So I'm asking you, with divine urgency, say yes. This is the final invitation, before the shift begins. Your miracle hasn't disappeared, it's standing just beyond your disbelief, ready to emerge. Someone somewhere is carrying a message, meant only for your spirit. But you've kept yourself out of reach, by believing you're not worthy of such love, such favor, such joy. I'm here to erase that lie. You are worthy, and not just worthy, you are chosen. And now the heavens are preparing to prove it. If you choose to walk away from this moment, I'll respect that, I'll honor your freedom. But I can't guarantee another message like this will come again. That's why I told you, if you ignore this, the ache of missed destiny may follow you, far longer than you think. Because this is not just a warning, it's an awakening. The spiritual curtain is about to lift. And the role you were created for, is about to begin. You've walked through fire, with a brave face, and a broken heart. You've hidden your pain so well, that even those closest to you, don't understand what you carry. But I do, heaven does. That's why this message is thundering into your life. You've surrounded yourself with people, who cannot see your light. People who dim your voice, drain your joy, and make you question your worth. But that season is ending. This message is your spiritual alarm clock. And now, child, it's your move. Because the promise is alive, it's breathing through her dreams, echoing in her footsteps, lighting the path you sometimes feel too tired to walk. She carries within her, not just your prayers, but the prayers of ancestors, whose voices still speak, through her strength. Every tear she's cried, every night she couldn't sleep, was a thread woven into a tapestry of divine calling, that is only now beginning to reveal its design. And you, yes, you reading this, you are part of that design. You are not watching this by coincidence, you are not standing on the edge of breakthrough by chance. It's because heaven has placed you, exactly where you're needed, with eyes to see, and a heart that's slowly remembering what it once knew. You've been exhausted, because you've been carrying weight, meant for angels. Let it go now, release the guilt, the doubt, the questions that have haunted you at 2 a.m., when the world was asleep, but your soul was wide awake. Archangel Michael is not just speaking today, to comfort you. This is not just comfort, this is a calling. You've been searching for purpose, in places that couldn't hold it. You've tried to make temporary people understand permanent pieces of your spirit. No more, this is the moment to reclaim your identity, the one heaven gave you, before anyone else had the chance, to rename you through pain. Your daughter is not the only one chosen, so are you. Chosen to protect her light, chosen to reflect it, chosen to walk beside her, as she walks into rooms that generations before her were never allowed to enter. She will not fight the same battles you did, not because life is easier, but because your prayers already weakened the giants she would have had to face alone. Listen now, listen deeply. There's something about to shift in your home. A presence of peace, a soft but powerful force, like the wind that carries the scent of rain, before a storm. That's the presence of answered prayer, that's the divine reminding you, nothing was wasted, not the pain, not the silence, not even the waiting. Every delay has been positioning you for this divine alignment. And the person you've been missing, the one your heart still whispers about, in the quietest hours. They've been awakened, something in them has shifted. Their soul is feeling the call now, just as yours once did. They've been battling demons you never saw, facing choices they didn't know how to make. But now they're reaching, not just for peace, but for you. They are no longer who they were, and neither are you. But timing is sacred. If your heart remains closed, they cannot find their way in. If fear keeps building walls, love cannot knock. So let down the armor, let the tears fall if they must. Because tears are not weakness, they are holy signals that healing is happening. Right now as you read this, spiritual contracts are being rewritten. Past mistakes are being turned into divine bridges. What you thought was a detour is about to become the main road. But you must stay awake for it, you must stop pretending you're fine, when your spirit is trembling for change. Your name has been echoed, in rooms of divine strategy. Your voice has reached beyond this dimension. Archangel Michael has not stopped speaking your name, before the throne of glory. Because your journey isn't just about you, it's about what breaks through you. It's about the legacy of light, that flows from every hard yes, you've whispered through pain. The angels stationed around you, are not waiting for perfection. They're waiting for your permission, your openness, your willingness to believe, that maybe just maybe, you weren't abandoned, you were being prepared. That the closed doors weren't rejection, they were divine redirection. That the ache in your chest was not punishment, it was growing room, for a bigger blessing. Now feel this, your heartbeat syncing with a rhythm, older than time. That's divine timing catching up to you. That's the moment everything changes. Not because the world suddenly got easier, but because you finally see, that you are stronger than the storm, that your scars are not signs of defeat, they are proof that you made it through every battle meant to bury you. There's a window of grace open right now, a soft spiritual wind is moving, and if you close your eyes for a moment, you'll feel it. A lightness, a breath, a reminder that you were never walking alone. That the heavens fought for this moment to reach you. That every skipped sign, every delayed message, every lost connection, was allowed only to lead you here, ready, open, hungry for the truth your soul has always known. So do not turn away now, do not scroll past this moment. Your miracle is on the threshold. Your daughter's destiny is being shaped by your courage. The person you've been holding space for, is closer than ever to returning. And the love, the peace, the purpose you've begged for, is standing at the door, knocking softly. This is your choice point. Not tomorrow, not when things feel more certain. Now. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not too late. You are the answer someone is praying for. You are the sign someone is watching for. You are the one who carries the light forward. Say yes. And watch what happens next. And now that the choice stands before you, you must feel the urgency in your bones. Because this isn't just a message, it's a rescue. A divine intervention, tailored for your soul. There are no accidents here, you didn't stumble upon this by chance. You were guided, pulled, positioned, at the edge of transformation. And it's not just about you anymore. Your obedience unlocks generations. Your yes echoes into the lives of those watching you silently, wondering if healing is real, if breakthrough is possible. When you say yes, they believe too. Child, look around, the atmosphere is shifting. The wind is whispering your name. The things that used to drain you, are losing their power. You're being elevated without explanation. People may say, how did they come out of that storm still standing? But they won't understand the unseen, they won't see the angels that carried you, the battles fought in silence, the prayers whispered into your pillow. But heaven saw, and heaven responded. Your name has been written in places you haven't walked into yet. You've been invited into rooms your resume didn't qualify you for, but your spirit did. That's favor, that's divine placement. And when you enter those spaces, don't shrink, don't apologize. Take up your God-given space. Walk like someone who was sent, not someone who stumbled in. Because you were sent, you were called, and nothing can revoke that calling. Even now, Archangel Michael stands near. His presence is no longer subtle, it's commanding. His wings are spread wide, shielding you from attacks that never reached your door. His sword is ablaze, cutting through generational curses, lies, and illusions. The chains that once held your bloodline are being shattered, not by your strength alone, but by the agreement you made in your spirit to say yes. Say yes to the next level. Say yes to peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. Say yes to love that doesn't come with pain. Say yes to joy that doesn't need permission. Say yes to becoming, fully, freely, finally. And for your daughter, the one you've wept over, prayed over, held in the spirit when you couldn't hold her physically, listen closely, she's already turning. You may not see the shift yet, but I see it. The storm inside her is calming. Her thoughts are starting to clear. Her heart is slowly remembering who she is. And I'm whispering to her even now. She may not repeat the words aloud, but they're settling in her chest. I'm loved, I'm chosen, I'm safe. She will rise, not because the world got easier, but because her spirit got stronger. Because someone you refused to let go. Because someone stood in the gap, and believed even when she couldn't. She's beginning to feel it again, that flicker of purpose, that hunger to create, to speak, to move mountains with her presence. And she will. People who overlooked her will wonder how they missed such light. People who hurt her will realize what they lost. But she won't carry bitterness, only grace. Because what I'm placing inside her is too holy for resentment. Her heart will become a healing place for others. Her presence will become proof that miracles walk in human form. And you, yes you, will be restored in ways you forgot to ask for. Restoration doesn't always come wrapped in what you prayed for. Sometimes it arrives as peace in the middle of chaos, as laughter after years of tears, as strength in the very place you once broke. I will rebuild you, not into who you used to be, but into who you were always meant to become. This version of you carries wisdom, this version of you glows with resilience, this version of you walks with heaven behind them. Now listen, there's still more. In the coming days, you will be asked to do things that stretch you. Don't resist them. These are not tests, they are invitations. Invitations into alignment, into breakthrough, into divine overflow. And yes, it may require releasing certain people, certain patterns, certain mindsets. Let them go. What's ahead is too great to be weighed down by what no longer serves you. Your faith will be your currency now. Not your fear, not your logic. Faith. The kind of faith that says, even if I don't see it yet, I know it's coming. The kind of faith that dances before the music starts, that laughs in the face of lack, that plants seeds even when the ground looks dry. Because child, the rain is coming. And when it does, it won't be a drizzle, it'll be a downpour. Blessings in such abundance, you'll need help carrying them. Get ready. Heaven isn't waiting anymore. The scroll has been unsealed. Your timeline is accelerating. What once took years will take months. What once felt impossible will suddenly appear. The people meant for you will find you without confusion. The opportunities aligned with your purpose will begin calling your name. Stay grounded, stay surrendered, stay open. Because the divine blueprint is unfolding in real time. And every single delay you faced was not denial, it was preparation. The pain had purpose, the waiting had weight, and now the shift is here. You're not who you were, and that's the point. You're stepping into your own prophecy. Into answered prayers your ancestors cried for. Into blessings that your bloodline has never seen before. This is what legacy looks like. This is what divine timing feels like. And you child, you are ready. Now breathe, receive, and remember, it's already begun. I trust you with my daughter, let that become your morning declaration, not just words you say, but a truth you anchor into. Because every time you speak it, the heavens move. Every time you say it with even a trembling voice, you pull spiritual protection around her like a blanket. You shift the atmosphere, not just in your home, but in your legacy. And even if she doesn't say anything, even if she doesn't seem to notice, something inside her begins to settle. Peace starts to stretch out where chaos used to live. Confidence begins to flicker in the dark corners of her soul. She's not just changing, she's aligning. And you're not imagining it, you're witnessing it. Her laughter will begin to sound different, fuller, more grounded. Her words will carry more weight. Her decisions will start to surprise you. Not because of pressure, but because of presence, mine. I want you to know, I've already placed someone in her path. You haven't met them yet, and maybe she hasn't either. But this person has been praying for someone like her, not for her beauty, but for her depth. Someone who can sit with her in silence, and still understand. Someone who sees beyond her past, and recognizes the power of her soul. That connection has been divinely scheduled, not by chance, but by heaven's timing. And when it begins to unfold, don't resist it, don't overprotect it. Just pray over it, cover it in wisdom, not fear. Let your love for her be a reminder that good things are not too good to be true, they're simply on time. And as this next chapter opens, don't expect it to look like the last one. She will not carry the same burdens, she will not repeat the same mistakes. Her lessons have been learned, not wasted. What tried to break her, only deepened her roots. She is rising now, not as a girl trying to be heard, but as a woman who knows she carries heaven's sound. Watch how she begins to create, to lead, to inspire. Watch how others begin to listen to her, without even knowing why. It's because my spirit will rest upon her voice, and the world cannot ignore the echo of something divine. Now listen closely, there is still a moment coming, and I need you to be ready for it. It may not feel spectacular, it may not come with thunder or flashing lights. It may look like a quiet evening, a phone call, a sudden knowing in your heart. But in that moment, everything will click. The things you've prayed for, cried for, waited for, they'll start to surface. It will feel like grace wrapped in simplicity. Don't underestimate it, don't look away. That moment is what the warfare was about, that moment is where everything begins to turn. And when it does, remember this, you are not stepping into this season because you were perfect. You're stepping into it because you were prepared. You kept showing up, you kept praying through silence, you kept believing through confusion. And now heaven is honoring your consistency. This is the reward of quiet faith. This is what it looks like, when the unseen becomes undeniable. Your daughter, your legacy, your future, they're all connected. And your yes is the bridge. Every time you chose healing over hiding, forgiveness over bitterness, worship over worry, you built that bridge. And now she's walking across it, into a space of freedom, you prayed she'd one day know. That's how powerful your role has been, that's how deeply I've been watching. You thought I was silent, but I was documenting every moment. I wrote down every prayer, I stood beside every heartbreak. And now I'm turning the pages. Now I'm letting her read the chapters you didn't think anyone saw. And when she reads them, she won't just see pain, she'll see faith, she'll see power, she'll see purpose, she'll see me. There is one final thing I want you to understand. This isn't a one-time miracle, this is a lifestyle shift. This is the unveiling of a calling she was born to carry. She's not going to just return to normal, she's going to transcend what used to define her. And you, beloved, are not just witnessing it, you're part of it. You are the vessel, through which this grace has flowed. And because of that, new grace is now flowing to you too. Yes, your body will start to feel lighter, your mind will become more clear. The things that used to overwhelm you will lose their power. Provision will come in strange and sudden ways. People will say things like, "You look different," and they won't be wrong. Because when heaven moves, it shows, and heaven is moving, right now, because you said yes. So stay the course, keep your eyes open, keep speaking life, even when it feels quiet. Keep trusting, even when you don't have all the answers. Keep praising, even when it doesn't feel like a breakthrough. Because this time you're not just praying for a miracle, you're walking into one. You've waited long enough, you've cried enough, you've sown enough. Now it's time to reap, not just in moments, but in lifestyle. This isn't just about receiving something, it's about becoming someone. The version of you that can hold the blessing, not just ask for it. This is what you've been prepared for, this is what all the delays were shaping. This is what the enemy tried so hard to steal, your alignment, your authority, your awareness. But now it's back, and stronger than ever, and your daughter will benefit from all of it. You're not too late, you're right on time. The door is open, the light is on, and I, your God, am waiting just on the other side. But when you act, when you say, "I'm ready," something shifts in the spirit. And that shift creates a ripple, through timelines you haven't even stepped into yet. Because your future is waiting on your yes, your healing is tied to your response, your destiny is anchored in this very moment. You don't need another sign, this is it. And deep down, you already know that. You felt it for weeks, like something was building, like something bigger than you, was knocking at the door of your soul. And here it is, not a coincidence, not random, this is that divine appointment, your spirit has been sensing all along. And now I need you to breathe, deeply. Not the shallow breath you take, when you're just trying to get through the day, but a full inhale, like your lungs are finally opening, for the first time in a long time. That breath you just took, it wasn't just air, it was permission. You just allowed yourself to be here, fully present. You just said yes, without even speaking, and heaven felt it. Because what's coming next, will require you to be fully awake. You've been moving on autopilot, for far too long, surviving, adapting, pretending you're fine. But that's not who you are, that's who you became, to protect the soft sacred part of your soul. The part of you that still believes, the part of you that still dreams. And now that part is waking up, stirring, stretching, ready to live again. This next chapter isn't about proving your worth, it's about finally realizing, you've always had it. The people who left, they were never meant to stay. The moments that broke you, they were never meant to define you. And the silence that followed, wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Because the volume of this blessing, required a quiet season, to make room for it. It was never about isolation, it was about insulation. You were being wrapped in grace, while your spirit healed, from everything you thought would destroy you. And now the breakthrough you've prayed for, is within reach, but it won't come the way you expected. It rarely does. It won't look like fireworks, it'll look like peace. It won't sound like applause, it'll sound like rest. It won't arrive with dramatic flair, it'll enter your life quietly, like a sunrise that doesn't ask permission to shine. And when it comes, you'll know, not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because your soul will finally stop searching. There's someone watching you right now, not just physically, but spiritually. Someone who's been drawn to your light, even in your darkest hours. Someone who sees you, not for your wounds, but for your wisdom. They've been placed on your path with purpose. You don't need to chase them, just stay open. They'll find their way to you, when the timing aligns, and it's close now, closer than you think. This is your time to realign, to step back into the identity heaven never took away, even when the world tried to. You are not broken, you are becoming. You are not behind, you are being positioned. And every delay was divine, every detour had design. You didn't miss your moment, you matured into it. And now that you've arrived, you must decide, will you trust the unfolding, even when it feels unfamiliar? Because that's the test, not whether you can believe when everything is perfect, but whether you can trust when nothing makes sense. Whether you can stand when your knees are shaking, whether you can love when your heart still feels cracked. And you can, you already are. That's why this message found you, because it wasn't just meant to inspire you, it was meant to activate you. You've asked for so long, when will it be my turn, and the answer is now, not tomorrow, not next year, now. But here's the truth, the turn doesn't look like arrival, it looks like agreement. When you align with what heaven already declared, you step into momentum. And that momentum creates movement, in places that have felt stagnant for years. Things will begin to shift fast. Don't panic when the people around you don't understand. They weren't given your vision, they didn't hear what you heard in the quiet, they don't feel what you feel, when you close your eyes. This journey was never about convincing anyone else, it's about obeying what your soul already knows. And when you do that, everything changes. The job, the relationship, the location, the level, all of it shifts to match the frequency of your faith. You don't have to beg for it, you just have to believe for it. You've done the hard part, surviving. Now comes the sacred part, thriving. But it starts with one choice, one yes, one bold act of obedience. So speak it, whisper it, declare it in your heart if you have to. Yes, God, I'm ready, not perfect, not fearless, but ready. Ready to become, ready to receive, ready to rise. The world hasn't seen the full power of who you are, but they will. Not because you forced it, but because you flowed with it. Not because you shouted, but because you surrendered. And in that surrender, the heavens move, the angels align, the miracles multiply. And child, this time they won't miss you, this time the blessing won't bypass you, this time you'll be ready. And not just with words, but with a consistency your heart forgot was possible. You're entering a season where presence will speak louder than promises. Where the ones sent to you will not only arrive, they'll stay. You won't have to convince anyone of your worth, you won't have to beg for clarity. Because heaven is tired of watching you pour into empty cups, waiting for drops in return. That's over now, what's coming is mutual, it's balanced, it's healing, without you having to sacrifice your peace. You've passed the test of endurance, you've cried the kind of tears that watered your future harvest. And now the rain is coming, not to destroy, but to refresh. You will feel it first in subtle ways, your sleep gets deeper, your laughter returns, the tension in your chest begins to lift. These are signs that the angels have completed something on your behalf, that the warfare has shifted, that the air around your home, your heart, your family has been cleared. Archangel Michael didn't just fight for you, he won for you. There is a person you love, who is about to open their heart, in a way they never have. Not just to apologize, but to share a truth they've buried for years. Listen carefully, when it happens. Their voice may tremble, their words may come slowly. But let them speak. This is not a moment to judge, it is a moment to witness, a divine unveiling. You prayed for understanding, now you're going to receive it. But remember, truth doesn't always come wrapped in ease, sometimes it arrives through trembling lips, and eyes that have finally seen the cost of silence. You will know you are healing, when you stop needing closure from the wrong doors. When you stop needing validation, from the ones who didn't recognize your value. That moment is coming swiftly. A release that feels like peace, a letting go that doesn't feel like loss. Because your soul has finally realized that love should never require suffering as proof. You were created for joy, and I'm restoring that truth in your heart again. Something unexpected will happen soon, an email, a message, a chance meeting. And it won't make logical sense, but your spirit will recognize it instantly. That's divine orchestration, that's the intersection of your surrender and heaven's strategy. Don't ignore it, don't overthink it. This is your sign, you asked for a confirmation, and this message is it. You've been running on empty, trying to hold everything together, while pretending you're fine. But you're not fine, and that's okay. What matters is that you're still showing up, you're still trying, you're still choosing light, even when darkness whispers. That matters more than you know. Every moment of obedience, every silent prayer, every private battle, heaven saw it all. And now the reward is catching up to you, not as payback, but as promise, not because you earned it, but because you were faithful, even when it didn't make sense. There's a spiritual inheritance, with your name on it. Generations before you were robbed of this peace, this clarity, this divine guidance, but not you. You are the one who said, "It ends with me." And because of that, cycles are breaking. Children you haven't met yet will smile because of the choices you're making now. The heavens are rejoicing, not because you were perfect, but because you said yes, even with shaking hands and a broken heart. And now, child, I need you to breathe. Let go of the timelines, release the urge to figure everything out. Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means giving over. Let me carry what's been breaking you, let me orchestrate the timing, the people, the place. I've already gone ahead of you, and what I've prepared will be worth every delay, every detour, every lonely night you endured. Don't be surprised if people from your past start to reappear, not all of them are meant to stay, but each one is a mirror, a reflection of how much you've grown. Some will come to apologize, some will come to test your boundaries, and one may come with a truth that changes everything. Discernment will be your guide, stay grounded, stay present, stay listening. Your name has been spoken in rooms your feet haven't yet entered. Doors are being unlocked in your absence, favor is locating you, not because you shouted, but because you whispered, "I trust you, God." That kind of faith shakes spiritual realms, that kind of trust moves the hand of heaven. You are about to see it in real time. This next chapter won't require force, it won't be built on survival mode, it will be rooted in rest, alignment, and divine timing. You're about to experience what it feels like when blessings chase you down. When goodness and mercy don't just follow you, they overtake you. And the world will ask, "How did you do it?" And you'll simply say, "I finally stopped fighting alone." Stay in this frequency, stay in this trust. Don't scroll away from this moment too quickly, let it sink into your bones, let it realign your posture. You are not who you used to be, and that's a good thing. You've evolved, you've expanded, you've outgrown what tried to keep you small. And now finally your soul is catching up to the truth. Heaven has always known, you were never meant to shrink, to fit inside a story that broke you. You were born to rewrite it. Must now fall. I am stepping into the battlefield you've grown weary of, and I am not holding back. Every force that tried to steal your peace, every shadow that crept in while you were sleeping, every lie whispered in your ear, to make you doubt who you are, I am clearing it now. You feel that stirring in your chest, that is not just emotion, that is the energy of heaven, responding to the cry of your soul. You didn't get this far for nothing, you didn't survive all that pain, to end in silence. No, this is your rise, this is your moment of divine compensation. For every tear shed in the dark, for every time you prayed and saw nothing change, for every time you held on, when all logic told you to let go, this is heaven's response. And it will come not just in whispers, but in waves. Listen to me deeply now. What's about to come to your doorstep isn't just a blessing, it's justice, divine justice. There were battles you faced, that no one knew about, conversations you endured, accusations you carried, shame that was never yours to hold. I am redeeming it all. And the ones who tried to bury you with their silence, will now see, that I never stopped speaking your name. Your story is sacred. The delays were never denials, they were divine timings, being carved to perfection. What felt like rejection was redirection, because what's coming, could not have met the old version of you. It needed this refined, healed, matured soul that you've become. And your daughter, she is already feeling the effects. Her dreams will begin shifting, her energy will become lighter, even her voice will sound different, more assured, more rooted in truth. You'll start to notice her looking at you, with a knowing she didn't carry before. That is her soul remembering, everything your spirit protected her from. That is her awareness waking up, to the depth of your sacrifice. She may not say it outright, but she'll carry herself, with a new kind of respect, when she walks into your presence. And when that happens, I want you to remember these words, it worked. Your prayers worked, your love worked, your presence mattered more than you realized. And still there's more unfolding, more aligning, more shifting. There's a place you've been dreaming of, maybe a new home, a relocation, or even just a spiritual atmosphere, where your soul can breathe again. That space is being prepared now. People you haven't even met, are being prompted to make decisions, that will impact you in miraculous ways. They don't know your name yet, but they will. Your reputation is being spoken of, in rooms your feet haven't entered yet. That's how I move, quietly, powerfully, intentionally. You're not behind, you're not too late, you didn't miss it. You are right on time, for what heaven has declared over you. And though you can't see the full picture yet, I've already finished the painting. It's beauty from ashes, it's clarity from confusion, it's reunion after separation. And yes, someone you've been aching to hear from, someone you thought was lost to the silence, they are about to speak. Don't force it, don't try to manipulate the moment. Just stay open, stay steady, I will bring them in my way, in my time. And when they come, you won't need to explain anything. Your energy will speak for you, your peace will do the talking, your glow will be louder than your past. That's the kind of transformation I'm orchestrating, one that cannot be denied, one that even your enemies will have to acknowledge. I'm not just bringing answers, I'm bringing recompense. What was taken will be returned sevenfold, what was broken will be rebuilt stronger, what was lost will be found again, but this time with clarity, this time with purpose, this time with alignment. So breathe. You've been holding your breath for far too long, waiting for the other shoe to drop. But I'm not here to punish, I'm here to restore. Let go of the fear, let go of the shame, let go of the need to prove anything to anyone. You've already won 1,000 unseen battles. Now it's time for you to rest in the victory. Archangel Michael remains close, unwavering, ever watchful. He's not just a guard, he's a witness to your becoming. Every step you've taken in faith has been recorded in the heavens, and not one drop of your effort has been wasted. Your name has been written in light, your story has been blessed, your legacy has been secured. This is your sign, this is your moment. Not one more day of doubt, not one more night of wondering if it's all in vain. Everything is turning now, and you're not just walking into the miracle, you are the miracle. You are the living breathing evidence, that love wins, that prayer works, and that heaven fights, for the ones who never stop believing, even when their voice shakes. So step into this new chapter, with your head high, your spirit calm, and your heart wide open. The celebration has already begun, the angels are already singing, and your breakthrough is not just near, it's already begun. Your soul knows something sacred is happening, don't ignore that, don't downplay it. This is a holy interruption, a divine rerouting, a spiritual rescue mission, designed just for you. And right now, even as your human mind tries to reason, your spirit is already rising, to meet what is coming. I see it, I feel it, heaven feels it. There's a shift like a ripple moving outward, and at the center of that ripple, is your decision to stay. That's not small, that's everything. Because while the world scrolls and skips and forgets, you paused. You listened. You let truth pierce through layers that were never meant to harden you in the first place. That is surrender, that is power, and it changes everything. The veil is thinner now, the air around you is charged. Angels are responding in real time. You've become magnetic to miracles, and heaven is dispatching answers, at the speed of light. And now let me speak directly to what your heart has quietly feared, that maybe this promise was never meant for you. That maybe you're just the witness, not the recipient. That maybe the timing passed, and you missed your moment. But child, hear me, know, feel me, you did not miss it. You are not the afterthought, you are the reason this message exists. If it had to circle the globe, pause time, and echo through 1,000,000 devices, just to land in your hands, then so be it. Because you matter that much, you are that loved, and your story is not a side note, in someone else's miracle, your story is the miracle. That moment of return you've prayed for is approaching. That apology you've rehearsed receiving in your mind, it's forming on someone else's lips. That peace you thought you'd never feel again, it's already started to hover near, like a breeze before the dawn. And soon, very soon, it will break open, and everything will start to make sense. But you must hold steady, do not let fear steal what you've waited so long for. Do not sabotage the very thing heaven is weaving in your favor. And I, Archangel Michael, am not going anywhere. My sword is still drawn, my wings are still stretched wide, my orders are not yet complete. I'm covering you from above, from behind, from every direction. You are not alone in this, you have never been. Every teardrop you've cried has been received like a sacred offering. Every heartbreak you survived was a testament to the strength I placed within you. And every moment you chose faith over fear, even if barely, that was victory, that was holy, that was enough. I need you to know something that only heaven could reveal. Someone is being softened, even as you read. Someone who once walked away, who once turned their back, who once couldn't handle the weight of your light, they are awakening. Their heart is shifting, their eyes are starting to see again. They're remembering the sound of your spirit. And while they may not have the words yet, they are on their way back to you, not just in body, but in truth. So don't chase, just prepare. Don't beg, just open. Don't doubt, just align. There's a restoration happening, that no enemy can block. There's a realignment taking place, that no lie can undo. And there's a celebration being prepared in the spirit, with your name on the banner. You don't need to force what is divinely timed, you only need to be ready when it arrives. And yes, I know it's been long, I know you've been tired, I know your hope has cracked, under the weight of waiting. But beloved, there is gold beneath your patience, there is favor wrapped in your endurance, and very soon, what once felt like delay, will look like divine orchestration. So do not walk away now, do not silence your faith, just before the crescendo. The promise is near, the fulfillment is forming, the answer is waking up, the breakthrough is on its final lap. And you, yes you, are still chosen, still seen, still worth every ounce of what heaven is preparing. Take this last part seriously, over the next few hours, not days, you will be shown a sign. It might come through a song, a phrase, a number, a memory, but it will shake you. It will confirm everything you've just received. Don't dismiss it, let it anchor you. Say it one more time in your heart, I receive this. Whisper it if you must, shout it if you can, but let heaven hear it, let the angels rejoice, let your own soul rise, to the level of your destiny. Because this isn't just a message, this is your line in the sand, this is your moment to choose, miracle over memory, truth over trauma, destiny over delay. And I, Archangel Michael, will not leave your side, not now, not when you're this close. Stay open, stay expectant, stay ready. Your miracle is not on the way, it's already begun. Amen.